Well, this is episode, what now, Rage Quit?
Episode 10.
Woo! 10, high five.
We did it.
We did it, 10 episodes. Sat on our butt 10 times, talked for an hour about video games that are super awesome.
Yeah.
Because we're awesome. Well, this is Rage Quit, episode 10.
I'm Anthony Schultz.
I'm Ariel Schultz.
We are sponsored by AFK Clothing Co.
Yep, we are.
If you head on over to the AFK Clothing Co. game site and throw in ASI into the promo code box, you get 10%
off.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
And just a few episodes ago, we had Brandon Tidwell on as a guest host, and he's the CEO of AFK Clothing Co.
Which is awesome. That was really cool to be able to do partner co-stream with him, which is pretty legit.
Yeah, we'll definitely try to have him on again and later down the line and do something else with them, a different topic of discussion.
Oh, yeah.
But AFK is our official ASInquisitor or Rage Quit sponsor.
It is.
Good times.
Good times. We got a sponsor deal.
I know, right?
All right. Well, what is the topic of discussion?
Couch co-op, games, and zombies.
Well, fuck. Call of Duty Zombies. I don't know why. Man,
World War II?
that's the one we like to play.
Yeah.
So, babe, tell me, how do you feel about co-op? What's your favorite kind of co-op?
Couch co-op's still my favorite kind of co-op.
Why?
Because, I don't know, it harkens back to when, like, we were kids, and that's, like, all you had.
Yeah.
It's like you played...
partner next door.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you had your friends come over, or you had siblings, or, whatever it was, or a mix of the two, and you sit on the couch, or, in, your friend's basement or whatever,
Bedroom,
family
basement,
room, yeah,
something.
and you would play, GoldenEye on the N64, or, I used to play a lot of, like, 007 Nightfire on the PS2 was a big couch co-op one that I played all the time, and even in Final Fantasy IX, you can have half your party be controlled by another character, or another person.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Just stuff like that. It was, like, just very nostalgic of the time, and then it went away for the longest time.
It did.
You can
It's
find
coming
any
back.
games
It's
to
coming
play.
back, that's for sure.
It is. And it's difficult to program for now, because you're rendering out two different things.
Why is it difficult now compared to then? Like, what's up with that? Is it because of...
It's just because the way graphics have progressed and, like, the actual hardware itself for new consoles up to this point, like that kind of in-between generation with the PS3 and the 360, it was just difficult to render out two different areas of the same map at the same time with, twice as many, like, enemies or creatures, and then that character and your movement and all that stuff. It was just a drain on the processing power. So that's why a lot of, like, co-op games that came out during that time, and even now into a little bit, you notice it's, like, overcooked. Not graphically heavy.
Oh, yeah.
That one that we played split screen.
Yeah.
Paparazzi was even another one. They're all like 860-bit, like kind of era
Super
feels.
easy games, yeah.
So they're not graphically intense, so you could do couch co-op or split screen. Diablo 3.
Diablo.
You're not splitting the screen. You're just adding one more character.
Did you say how I said it, or did you say it the correct way?
Diablo?
Okay. Not Diablo.
You're not splitting the screen and creating twice as many, like, graphical assets. It's all on one.
So do you feel like when it comes to couch co-op, essentially, is it better to do the split screen, kind of like you did at the back of the day, or like Diablo, I think about the word, does, and you're both on the same map?
I think it depends on the type of game or the genre of game, to be honest. Like, there was even some games similar to Diablo where if you were close to one another, the screen merged together in one, and then if you were a certain distance away from them, it split.
Oh.
Which we don't get nowadays.
Yeah.
And then there was also, like, 4-player, like, couch co-op and stuff back in the day. Like, which now you're hard-pressed just to even get...
couch co-op.
Yeah, like, just a 2-player couch co-op situation. But I remember, like, playing Nightfire. It had 4 screens on one TV, and then you could play and do whatever the hell you
Well,
wanted.
Mario Kart, yeah, I heard.
Mario Kart was the same kind of way, yeah.
3
Not
screen.
graphically heavy.
No, not the slightest.
Nintendo's always done good about that because they don't really focus on, like, hardware so much.
No,
So
they really don't.
They can do more co-op games, and they were kind of late to, like, the online gaming
Yeah,
and stuff.
they
just
have been.
really recently started to do that with the Switch.
Which is cool that they're starting to, but I can see why they focus on the other thing too.
Yeah, it was just kind of a different business model. I think Sony and Microsoft, especially last generation, it was all about putting money and time and effort, and then building the infrastructure for like their online stores, online communities, how to communicate with people. Party chat was a big thing. PS3, you couldn't party chat.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can talk.
Like you can with the PS4.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That's weird.
Because they didn't have the way it was structured. It was such a weirdly built console. One of the most uniquely built consoles ever. There just wasn't any resources like allocated to that, and then it made it very difficult to like patch in with like software updates for the PS3.
So there's another question too for co-op when it comes to certain games, obviously, because not everyone's a shoot 'em, kill 'em up game.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, obviously, like when we play together zombies or a shooter type game, that obviously if I shoot you, you're not gonna die?
That's been around for a long time. They've had, I'll use 007 Nightfire as a reference again, but they had it where you could turn off friendly fire, and a lot of shooters did that, where you could turn on or off friendly fire. So like if you had it on, then you would take damage from your enemy to make it like, or from your couch friend, and it would add kind of like a layer of like more like difficulty to it.
Okay, so you feel like if it's like that, it's like a layer of difficulty. Don't shoot your friend.
Yeah, because if you're working together and you're a team, but friendly fire is on, absolutely, I think it adds to it. Because then you have to be careful and mindful of like where your partner is and what you're doing.
It's like wacky warlock always throwing grenades at you.
Yeah, and Fallout's built, obviously not couch co-op, but in that kind of online world, adventure mode for Fallout 76 is like a passive mode. So you can kill other players in that game, but what has to happen is like you can attack them, but it doesn't cause any damage, and then there's like a brief window where if they attack you, then you're fighting.
Okay.
And then your health bar will change to, or their health bar will change to red as if they're an enemy. And then you can kill them. And that's just kind of built into it. There's also a survival mode like akin to Minecraft where it's a free-for-all. It's player versus player, but you're still doing the Fallout 76 quests and building your base and your camp and all that stuff. It's just if you run into people,
they can kill you.
It's more geared towards that, like to be able to find people and kill them.
True. I mean that's
because it's like a harsh, apocalyptic,
you're not
surreality. So
that's true. I mean, so I remember as a kid, obviously, because I had way more siblings than you did when I was younger. The couch co-op, obviously playing, Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat.
I did like earlier on. I definitely did. Like Mortal Kombat was a good one. Mario Kart for my friends who had like 64s and stuff like that. Trying to think what else. Fighting games was a big one. Fighting games have always been because it's just geared towards just two people playing next to each other.
That's true. When you have siblings and you have a sibling spat, you play just Mortal Kombat against each other, and if someone wins, they get to pick the next TV show. That's how we kind of...
That's hilarious. That's a good idea.
Dictated things as kids, I want this show, Okay, let's play it. One round of Mortal Kombat, whomever wins... Gets to pick.
That's fun.
And then we always kind of have certain rules,
like, use that for Ollie, like when we have more kids.
All right, Mortal Kombat battle... Whoever wins gets to pick the next show.
Play Injustice.
Whatever we have. Round of zombies. Whoever survives the longest.
Yeah, you could easily do that. That's funny. I never thought about that.
Well, that's what we did as kids.
Yeah, our siblings are so much younger that it didn't really matter.
Yeah, or if we're about the same, generally the same age. A couple years apart, if anything. But that's what it reminded me of. That's why I like playing with you, couch co-op. The 9 times if I die, you're such a good player, you bring me back or something like that.
I do that when I play online. I don't play online very often, but I have lately since I stream now, and I do that even then. It's like I want other people to bring me back, and now all the games out there, like you get points and stuff for doing it anyways.
I liked it when you just brought them back just because you're being nice.
And it was like, okay, well I'm gonna bring you back, of course. And plus it makes it more difficult.
Yeah,
because it now there's like algorithms in place in those kind of games where if you solo it, the things are cheaper and there's less zombies per wave.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're with 2 people, there's more zombies and everything's more expensive because you have 2 people that are sharing resources and kills. So it's like if somebody gets knocked down, like say right in the beginning, like you're kind of fucked for that wave. Like you have to try to figure out how to bring them back
or survive
so that they can come back. Like it's just advantageous to bring people back.
It is, especially in zombies, and that's like what the game kind of you and I've been playing a lot lately. Because I remember when the first zombies came out on PlayStation and how corny that game was. I mean, zombies.
Yeah, I can't remember which one they added that into, but I remember playing that, and then it kind of like divided the Call of Duty crowd too. There was The ones that just
Call
played
of
the
Duty
story,
story.
ones that only wanted it for zombies, and one that just wanted to do player versus player online.
Yep. Which is fun.
And
That one game has 3 genres that it created.
Yeah, except the new Call of Duty coming out does not have zombies.
Oh, we don't want that game.
Yeah, it just has single player and online.
Okay, well, we don't want that game.
Which is
And so, because we got 2 of that. We have 2 different ones, too. And I honestly feel like when it comes to couch co-op, and being able to play is not necessarily the seriousness of it, like just the fun of it. Because like we love playing Overcooked, which is just straight up silly.
Oh yeah,
but then we're playing zombies.
But it's very skill based too.
True, but then we're playing zombies where it's like get super intense. Like I have this one zombie chasing me while you finish up the rest of the stuff, or something like that. Or we got plans, we know the schematics, and we still haven't fucking beaten that goddamn map, but we'll get it.
Yeah, especially with Call of Duty World War II, and I've heard that. I think you can correct me in the comments, but I think Infinity Ward did that one, and I've heard that they do the best version of zombies.
Oh, do they?
And of the couple that we have, that one I'm pretty sure is made by Infinity Ward, and that one is the best.
The World War II and the Infinity War?
Infinity Ward, yeah, is the studio that did it. Because the Call of Duty has 3 studios that rotates.
Oh, that's why I didn't know that.
So, like, Assassin's Creed, for example, when it was coming out every single year, Ubisoft had... They would split up some things with other studios, but there was a primary studio that they had, and they just geared up. They would have like 500-person teams working on a game to get it done in a year. So they just threw manpower at it, essentially, to get it done. EA Activision has 3 separate studios, so a Call of Duty comes out every year, but it's actually been in development for 3 years.
Oh.
So there's like Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, and I always forget the third one, but I can actually look it up real quick, but... And so, like, whoever's doing the Call of Duty that's coming out this year, Modern Warfare, their next one will come out 3 years from now. So they have a 3-year development cycle.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
So that's why all the Call of Duties kind of have a distinctive flair to them. And there's been so many of them that there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I like, Infinity Ward zombies.
Better.
So they may not get all of the Call of Duties. They might only just get the Infinity Ward ones, or if you just play online, like you might prefer Sledgehammer's online and how they code and build that part of the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they have 3-year development cycles. It's not 500 people or 1,000 people working on a game to get it out in a year.
Then obviously, when that happens, you get the glitches and all the fun stuff. So, what game do you feel like? This is a bit of a tangential question. That you feel like should have had couch co-op in it?
I feel like last generation in particular really missed the boat on it. I understand from a technical viewpoint why it didn't, but I really didn't play any of those games with anyone the entire time.
Yeah.
And it was a lengthy generation.
True.
It was you're talking about 6 years of not really playing with friends, because I don't play online very much and I wasn't streaming then, so there was really no point for me. I didn't have friends who played the PS3 because it was the underdog.
Yeah.
And then there was no couch co-op on top of it.
So you're really not playing with anybody.
So it was I was at home a lot of in the first few years of the PS3. So it's I could have probably played with my work friends or something and had them over. Even. My siblings, my sister was getting old enough, and I probably could have coerced my dad or my mom at the time into playing something with me. But they didn't exist. You could only play online really.
And no one likes playing online.
Yeah, and there wasn't very many couch co-op games at all. So that whole generation, I missed out. I would have loved to do couch co-op Uncharted or something.
That'd be cool.
I think they could have done a cool almost zombie-esque mode in Uncharted. Not a direct rip-off, but something that's very cooperative where you play as Drake and Sully.
And stuff. They had Yetis. You could have been
that's what I mean. It's there was a lot of doors they could have opened and traveled down to do. And later on they have online,
but still not couch co-op.
But it's not couch co-op. I think it would have been cool if somebody could play Nathan Drake and somebody could play Sully, and then you maybe even they're just co-op quests.
Yep.
And but it's couch co-op and you play together. That would have been cool. Resistance was really big on the PS3. That was a science fiction first-person shooter.
Yeah.
And that ran 3 games and a couple portable ones as well. There was an online component to that later on that everyone played. Again, it would have been cool to because they already had that Chimera, which pretty much act as zombies in that game.
Exactly.
You could mimic a mode to that too.
What do you feel like people were like bringing back the couch co-op because like party mode or whatever, because people have friends over or something to entice like more people playing their game? Like if you're like, oh, I have my friends over, let's play this game, and they like the couch co-op, so they'll buy the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's coming back. I think our generation, as we've gotten older, are now more involved in like game studios, and now the hardware is surpassing what you need to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I think it is coming back. I think a large part of it is just people, probably like late 20s, early 30s, or mid 30s that just remember doing that.
Yeah.
And then there's some of us in our generation that, you know, went on and got degrees in 3D animation design or programming or even art degrees or marketing degrees, and now work for, you know, these big studios.
Yeah.
And like just that kind of push, and then with the hardware finally like exceeding where it needs to be able to maybe draw the graphics back to like early PS4 or late PS3 kind of era, but you can still do couch co-op. Like, it's really hard to tell the difference in graphical fidelity, but the hardware can keep up and render out little things, so you can play couch co-op. Like,
which is cool.
I think that's one of the reasons it's coming back. Plus, the indie scene has really blown up.
That's true.
Like, with the Switch in particular. Before, it was really on, like, the Vita and, like, early PS4. They promoted indie games, which are easier to bake in couch co-op. And I think the Switch... Nintendo's always kind of been geared towards couch co-op anyways, but now that's kind of like the place to go for indie games, and so I think that's kind of spurred, you know,
other people are doing couch co-op and stuff like that.
Kind of a focus on it because the Switch is doing really well. There's a lot of indie games. They've, you know, just started online stuff, but they've always been very much like couch co-op, like centric.
Yeah. So when you hear like a game says co-op, you get like super excited, but you gotta make sure you do your research to make sure it's not like online co-op.
Yeah, there's actually a great site that I could bring up, and I've used it for years now. It's called Co-Optimus Prime.
Batman.com?
No.
No.
Co-Optimus Prime, which is great. Or just Co-Optimus. Yeah, you're a Prime source. It's in their tag. That's what it is. And you can go on here, and you can search for any game. So, like, today, like, we got the Burnout Remastered Edition or whatever. It was like $4 the other night or something like that. I didn't know if that was couch co-op. I couldn't remember because that came out for like the PS3 and 360.
Yeah. When did you buy that game?
Like a couple nights ago.
Oh.
And you could go on here and they'll have co-op info. You click that little tabby guy, and then it says core features: local co-op, not supported, which is couch co-op; online co-op, 4 players; combo co-op, co-op extras, download only; co-op specific content, and drop in and drop out content. So, like, from this, it's like, obviously we played, but it's like you only have one controller, you're not playing at the same time.
Yeah.
And you're rotating in a party mode. That was added in with a DLC. So, downloadable only, co-op extras.
It's not couch co-op, but...
Yeah, not in the core game. But over here it says co-op specific content, downloadable only, drop in, drop out. And because it's the remaster, it had all the DLC baked into it.
Yeah, well,
but this will tell you. So, like, yeah, if I read about a game that is co-op, I'll usually just do a Google search, and Co-Optimus comes up.
That's cool.
And then you click on it, and it'll tell you. And it'll even tell you, like, if co-op functionality was added in later.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
You said baked in, like, 4 times now?
Oh, baked in.
Okay. Just figured I'd let you know that. It's a funny word.
Baked in.
Bake. Bake.
Wake and bake.
Wake it. No.
No.
Bacon.
Bacon's always good.
Bacon's always good. That's a different show.
Co-op bacon.
Oh, yeah. Well, we do when we play Overcooked. That game just ridiculous. It gets so hectic sometimes.
Yeah, it's a good one, though.
Especially
up
when
to
we're
4 players. I can't imagine playing with 4 people.
Oh, yeah. Especially when we're trying to beat the clock. And it's always the ice ones I get is because I can't control my character on ice. And I always die. And you always have to end up doing the level by yourself.
Gonna solo it.
It's supposed
If there
to
was an
co-op.
esports like community built around Overcooked, like we could totally do it.
It would be awesome.
I would tell you.
We'd be the Fortnite, but if we're Overcooked winning the
$3 million prize. We won the Overcooked Couples World Championship. It's like tennis where you play like doubles. Like with Overcooked, you're playing in a doubles match.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be super fun.
We'll make it popular. Hashtag
yeah.
Overcooked. No, I feel like couch co-op games are really fun, just in the sense of word, like, obviously when you have friends over and you don't want to entertain them, and they get bored,
That's true.
pop on a game. It's like Towerfall. That game's crazy in its own right, too.
And that was Ouya exclusive.
Ouya, ouya, ouya.
Oh yeah, which is just that was just a blip in the radar as far as consoles are concerned, but
Still, I mean,
it was
that game is insane.
yeah, it's on everything now, but
Didn't you finish that Platinum Night one yet?
no, I haven't. I've soloed all the matches on Gold Dome. I've done it by myself, surprisingly. And I've done some of the ones I can't do with other people. I can do it by myself though.
It's because you're weird.
Sometimes.
That's what you get from being an only child, basically, your entire life.
Yeah, exactly. You just play games by yourself.
Because you're lonely.
Unless you go over to somebody else's house.
So lonely.
Yeah, I had a couple close friends and they had consoles that I would go over when we were playing games.
No, I don't. I
Yeah.
gotta give you a hard time, though.
There's a Kid Nip Canny, he had a 64. I remember that. We played a lot of
You get your
GoldenEye.
butt bug. Oh, GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Slap by only. Don't pick the midget.
Oh, I was in Oddjump. I can one-shot anybody across the map with that fucking hat.
I don't know. My brother Danny always got the gold gun, or whatever, the one that can shoot through the glass.
Oh, yeah, that's a golden gun.
The
yeah.
gold gun, yeah. And then I'm like, don't you
The
dare.
man with the golden
and then I
gun.
die. You son of a bitch.
They did one later on that was couch co-op on the PS2.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good, but it was called GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
Mm-hmm.
And you played as like a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
You were like evil and you went rogue.
That's awesome.
And I think you went against Dr. No. But they had a lot of like classic like villains and stuff in it. But that was couch co-op as well, and it was like a rail gun, but I think it was
Oh,
like
I remember that goddamn rail gun.
The viewfinder you could see through walls.
Yeah.
And if you got really good at it, you could peg people across the map with a goddamn railgun, no matter where you were. And so it was like, I got really good with that. And we were playing with my friend.
You're not fun to play with games sometimes when we're battling it against each other.
No.
No.
I remember my
So
friend
you're the only child there.
Blaine telling me that too, because he had an older brother that
Do I
was
kick
like.
your ass at board games, though?
Sometimes that's a board game.
Card games, that's what it is.
Card games.
Card games.
It depends on.
Always just sacrifice your Pokemon because you're cool.
Yeah, I can be a little harsh with games sometimes. Where like it's all or nothing. We're gonna take the whole thing, or we're done.
I'd hate to be your Pokemon.
My Charizard, he's doing well. He's the only one.
We'll carry out of 5 others.
Yeah, I sacrificed those bitches left and right.
Oh
Don't care about any of the others.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I was on the wrong team for Pokemon.
You. Yep.
They're just minions.
True. I like couch co-op. Like, it's just, I don't know. And zombies that we just got back into is a lot of fun.
It's super fun. I haven't
Because
played
you
it in
got
years.
Modern Warfare 2 for a stream team thing, and you're like, it's got zombies on. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And we've been addicted to the zombies.
Oh yeah, the World War II is what I got. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 was ages ago.
Whatever.
Yeah, we got Call of Duty World War II, and yeah, because I was gonna co-stream it.
Yeah.
And then it has not happened. And instead, I have been playing through the story, and then you and I have been playing just a ton of Call of Duty Zombies. Like,
Oh, yeah.
more so than anything else.
The thing is, though, like, and we'll go tangential on this one, too, when it comes to zombies, is I like World War II zombies way better than Infinite Zombies.
Yeah, because we later on we scooped up Infinite Warfare because
Like, $5.
Yeah, I really want like science fiction, and I want to play through the story, and it has zombie mode. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, let's have another one then. Oh yeah, it was $4.99, so why not? And yeah, the zombies in that one is like tolerable. It's like fun and can be fun,
Well, yeah, it's doofusy, fun.
but it's like not as skill based or like realized as it is
No.
in World War II. Like in Call of Duty World War II, it's like. There's distinct puzzles. It's balanced very well. The upgrade mechanics, like they did a
Are
good job
nice,
with
yeah.
that. Like it's
You gotta,
like
like-
very layered. And it all works together very well, and then it's like a story unto itself. You have to beat the map and figure out all the puzzles to get to the next map. And it's like, that's cool.
And that's why I like that one so much, is like, I don't know what my ratio to kills and headshots is way off. I get way more headshots than anything in the damn game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you can look up like lifetime stats.
Probably. I mean, I like the infinite zombies just for the fun of it, but I don't like... I don't know. It's just... I like the World War II better, like you said, because it's so layered. It's got tricksy puzzles.
Well, it's got like... And then, you know, crazy like acting talent in it too. There's like Ving Rhames is in it.
Oh, you got
David
huge
Tennant
names in it too. Yeah,
which is crazy. Like they have huge actors like actually
voice
add to the story, and they're like obviously modeled after them, and then they voice them, and I was like, that's cool. Like,
well, that's cool too. I just feel like because the other one, it's nothing wrong with that. It's the themes.
Yeah, they're very like. It makes it goofy because it's like, oh, we're diving into like a movie, and so it's like an 80s Spaceland theme park. And
with exploding clowns. No one likes exploding clowns.
Well, and the map design is really weird too on that one.
It's just,
in particular, because the other one flows very well in World War II. That first mech, the Final Reich. But I noticed in Spaceland, it's like really small area, huge area. This area, you can just get caught on stuff all the time without even realizing it, and then you're like instantly dead. That World War II map doesn't have that.
No,
it's
and
like,
you die so much easier when Infinite than you do in World War II.
World War II, it's like, oh, if you're gonna get swarmed by zombies, it's because you fucked up and missed a turn, or you forgot to unlock a door that you thought you unlocked, and so you drove yourself into a dead end, and that's why you're dying. Yeah,
and the other one though, you're just naturally sometimes you're just fucked and you're in a dead end, and there's no doors, there's no ways, there's no corners to go.
Yeah, and it isn't because you didn't open a door. It's just that door doesn't even exist there to open. It's a dead end.
You know how many times that map in World War II has saved my ass with just the giant hole in the ground because I'm not paying attention?
And you just drop down.
I fell down. I'm like, oh, freedom!
That's why I open the doors there. Like,
open the door
first. Like, it's because it loops back around to the top, and then you can just keep going in this gigantic loop if you have to.
But like when I die, and you have to do that till I respawn.
Yeah,
and I like
there's a lot of like traps and stuff.
Yeah, I like the perks better. In World War II, shit drops more, or you have it's not Infinite has like perk cards, like which is cool.
I don't like the fortune cards.
No,
as
they're
much.
stupid.
Yeah. It's harder to tell like what you're using and what you're doing, and like when to activate it, when the best time to activate it is.
Yeah,
like,
and then
in World War II, it's not like that.
It's just
like,
double
you can purchase Blitz.
Yeah, which help you.
Which will augment your character, but you could buy any which one of those. You don't have to buy them.
Nope, you buy shield, which keeps your life longer, which they don't have that in Infinite. You can.
It doesn't even really show your health.
It doesn't really show your health
until it's
too late, and then
it's just like, oh, it flashes red.
You're gonna die. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, it doesn't show your life.
No, it doesn't show your health.
Because the other
or
one,
armor.
it's like it's life.
It's your character's icon, and then your health is around it, and then they have the 3 hearts for the armor.
Yeah.
And so it's like you know where you are health wise, and then if you're regenerating and
or if I can run away long enough to regenerate enough to survive. Yeah.
Infinite Warfare doesn't do that at all.
No, and that's what annoys me. I thought that did. I guess it's just the ammo I'm looking at, and
it shows you your ammunition and what gun you have, but it doesn't show you health or if you're regenning, or it doesn't show you anything character specific except to say for your icon.
I don't like you can't pick your characters either.
That's weird.
That's annoying.
Yeah, because the other one you can pick your characters and develop them.
And there's 15 million we got to unlock too.
Yeah. I imagine a lot of them probably skins and stuff.
Oh, probably.
But it's still cool.
Oh, it's still cool. And the reason why I like World War II better as well is because it just has it's Nazis. I mean, it's Nazi zombies. Duh. I mean.
Well, yeah, it just makes more sense, too.
It does. And I like it, too. It's like, once you kind of open up the entire map, it's opened up.
Because, I think Infinite Warfare could have kept on brand or theme.
Well, at least with the maps.
Also, I mean, they could have just done, heavy science fiction maps and, Space Zombies. They could have just done that.
Space Zombies or whatever.
Moon Nazis. They could easily totally have done that. You're back on Europa. Here's the Europa map. And
Here's Europa zombies.
Oh yeah, or make them aliens or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have tweaked it enough and just kept it hard sci-fi instead of like, no, now you're in the 80s, now you're in the 60s, now you're in the 50s. It's like, okay, well, I get why you're trying to do it.
Shit is so hard to find.
Oh yeah.
Like, you and I have not gotten in a groove. It took us, 3 tries in World War II to get in a groove to know what we need to do?
Yeah, because you naturally kind of, like, start to figure it out and piece it together. Infinite Warfare, not as clear. It doesn't really tell you
it just
your
says you need power. Okay, where the fuck are the switches at? And the switches are in these weird little cockamamie places.
Yeah.
That are like, how many times, like, it's left, it's left, it's left!
I know, yeah, and you're just running by it. And it's like, oh...
That's another thing too. Is like I love couch co-op, but then it's like when you're playing and like your partner dies and you're trying to survive and they're telling you what to do. It's like, shut up, you're dead for a reason.
That's very true.
I know you a lot. I know. Left. I'm trying. I died. Aww.
Trust me, I'll try to get back. Yeah, when I was younger and I played. I was like starting to bring up the story, but when I would play with my friend Blaine, he had an older brother, Bryce, who was just 2 years older than us, and so he played games with him all the time.
Yeah.
And then him and I would play games like when I came over.
Makes sense.
And we would play against each other on 007 Nightfire, and I remember he said what you brought up. He's like, I hate playing with you on this. He's like, you just find me and kill me. And I was like, that's the whole point of the game. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. He's like, my brother just hides, and tries to ambush me, and then I find him and kill him. He's like, you hunt me down and kill me.
That's the whole point of the game.
And I was like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. And he's like, but you're so aggressive about it. He's like, you just come right at me and kill me. He's like, I don't know what to do.
I panic.
And I was like, I just always play games like that, especially shooters. Like, just go at it.
Your Tom Clancy gang, like, where did Anthony go? He's going.
Oh yeah, the Division 2. Yeah, I played a lot. Obviously, that couch co-op, but online when that was my online streaming day, and yeah, I had a hard time because that's the total cover-based shooter.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to breach and clear and kind of be steady and
forward,
strategic about it. And instead, it was just like,
where'd he go? Fuck!
I'm charging in, and we're gonna do some no scope headshots. Let's do this. Everyone's dead, and they got all the points. God damn it!
I'm just the panic killer. Oh God! You're right there. Why am I looking at the ceiling? How do I go back down?
Well, you got to watch me play zombies a little bit today, where it was like I zigzag through them to get to the other side. And then I line them up and just go to town.
You're such a doofus.
I like playing them that way.
I didn't say that was not a good way to play. I'm just saying in general. It's just like...
zigzag, zigzag.
Bob away!
Because it looks like I'm going to get hit. And then I don't. Made it.
Nailed it!
And then it also traps me so I can't come back and revive you. Because then I'm too far away now.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a whole bunch of zombies.
Yeah, you bob and weaved away from me. Now I'm just bleeding out of the ground. That's kind of cool.
I let all the zombies away.
I'm dying already!
I'm not the one that died!
That's why I like our World War IIs, because then you can take them away from me when I am trapped in a corner. You just hit your specialty.
Yeah, I like that ability.
And it leads you away, and you get triple the points, which is fine, not
triple the points, I just get triple the damage.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so I can just go to town on them and not die myself.
And then I can turn invisible if I need to and kind of worm through the zombies and get to where I need to go.
I'm stuck. Yeah, and it's like some of those features are built into Infinite Warfare zombies, but they're cards, and you can half the card set you can just use, the consumables, and then you don't know which one you're at. You can change it, but it's hard to do on the fly.
Yeah, they're hard to see and they're hard to read. And when you're just clicking a button and you're like, poof,
and they have a title to the card. It doesn't even say what it is when you're running around. It'll just be like No Man's Sky. And I was like, what the fuck does the No Man's Sky card do? I
have 18,000 cards and I just picked something that looked cool. I don't remember what it does.
Yeah, it's just either the text is too tiny or it's like you're not.
I don't have my glasses on. I can't read anyways.
You're not using what you want to be using. But in World War II, you can be very specific about it. It's like, my special is this. I can lead.
Well, I'm always the medic, so I have that emergency turn invisible, and if I need to, come revive you because I'm invisible. Mm-hmm. But then we both have. Sometimes we'll get those perks where it's self-revive, so when we're near the end of certain levels,
I like how it's separate. Like your special move is separate from your consumables.
Yeah, and
Infinite Warfare, they're one and the same.
They are, and that's what sucks is because they don't separate that out.
No,
it's not like that's why I hate you don't get to pick your character because with me I feel like picking her because she's a little bit faster. And I don't know, it's just like the medic. I like to pick the medic and It's just a lot more layered, as you were saying, in picking how you play. And then the other one is just you're just fucking tossing the game. Here's some cards and have fun trying to survive.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't like kind of game. I don't like games like that. I don't like games where I can't, like, unless I want to. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
games of zombies.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes where I just want to like zone out and just do waves, and that doesn't really bother me.
Well, yeah, and then
I wouldn't really do that in World War II. I would probably pop in Infinite Warfare to do that.
I mean, that's what we've done, where we just want to play waves of zombies, and we just want to be dumb. We just pop in that one. When we
Yeah.
want to be strategical and like, oh god, we got this.
But those
far.
matches too on World War II also last now like half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And in Infinite Warfare, it's like they're not even close to that. It's like
No.
10 minutes at most.
10, 15 minutes, and we're both fucking dead because
Yeah.
they're so goddamn hard. Because you get trapped if you don't turn right because we don't know the maps.
Even in World War II, I've like soloed to almost wave 30.
That's what I mean. And you've done that on your own. Whoops. Or when I die or something, you've soloed enough and can survive long enough for me to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I do like
15
in
minutes
Infinite
later.
Warfare that like if you die and the other person's alive, you go to the arcade and you can just play mini games.
Okay, that's kind of cool instead of watching the other person play, but
And they could have worked that into World War II as well, where you could like go to a shooting range or something.
yeah, something.
Like, yeah, and you're just like in purgatory.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely, and that's why I think couch co-op. I'm really glad it's kind of coming back slowly. It's not kind of there yet. Do you think it will be bigger?
I think we're finally getting like different size games again. The kind of AA or A sized games and game studios and publishers disappeared. There was after like THQ was really the last one that kind of fell last generation, and so there was like all these mid-tier games that just got cut out. They didn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You either had indie games or AAAs. You had Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, and then you had your Overcooked even, or or Towerfall and stuff like that. There was no in between anymore. But AA's are starting to come back with like THQ Nordic and things like that. Indie games are more prevalent and on different types of consoles.
Yeah.
We have a good variety of consoles right now on top of it. But I think that's only gonna go even further next generation. Like with the new Xbox and PS5, I think Sony's gonna triple down on what they've been doing with the PS4.
Yeah.
And go more that way. And then I think with Microsoft, they're going to do the same. Focus more on like cloud gaming computing like the Stadia does. And then the Switch is obviously the only kind of hybrid console on the market. And they're just starting to get into online. I think that...
Which is funny that they brought out a mini Switch, which is basically their new DS.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that can't play all Switch games.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
which
just
is
a new.
weird.
It's just a new DS. Anyways.
But I think because of the variety of like handheld consoles and then these different like business strategies and ideologies, we are going to get more like couch co-op games and different types of games, different sizes of games. You're going to have your
Everyone's
gigantic
gonna
ones or
get
your
their
open world.
niche little market, which is nice.
But if you want to play, like a 10, 15 hour action adventure game, you can play Darksiders.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
THQ Nordic is now that in-between publisher.
Instead of having to get a 30, 40 hour game and you just don't have time to do it.
Yeah, and then but you can still get your like crowdfunded games like Bloodstained, and then you got small studios that it also crowdfunded, but like your Shovel Knights and your Overcooked, and then you're gonna have your giants, putting out like I said, Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, or the annual sports games or whatever it is. And I think that diversity and variety is really good, and I think that is gonna definitely affect couch co-op.
Which I like though, which is neat that, we kind of lost it a little bit, but people see the value in couch co-op in the games, where it might be a mini game like Zombies, it's a mini game.
Yeah.
Or where, the game, what's that, Way Out is strictly couch co-op. Like, you have to have someone else to play that game.
That's would be a good example of, like, an A or maybe even, like, a B game where it was, like, a big publisher, but it's just a smaller one by EA that's just completely focused on co-op and very unique and very fun to play together. Well,
I know, it's always fun to, figure stuff out. And, you're literally watching that. We need to finish on that one. We got pretty far in that game.
But it's like, I mean, our co-op folder on the PS4 is like gigantic. And
That's 'cause-
I really didn't have like that many couch co-op games that I could play on my PS3.
No, and that's why I was saying, like, we kind of lost that because, like, obviously, my brother Danny would get PlayStations or whatever, and we couldn't play because there's no games for us to play. So it's just like, well, I can't play with my sibling now.
Yeah, and you just couldn't. Like,
how am I supposed to get the right TV show I want?
Yeah.
You know?
Like Resident Evil 5 and 6, like we've been playing Resident Evil 5 couch co-op.
Yep. We have.
And that was one of the few on the PS3 and that generation that had that. And it was like, it's fun to go back to and play because I was like, oh shit, this is one of the few games this generation that was like new that you could play couch co-op with a friend still. And like,
yeah.
You could only play with one other person, but it was split screen and you could do whatever the hell you wanted.
I feel like, though, I don't mind.
And 6 was like that too.
True. I don't mind, like, if it's just couch co-op where it's just 2 people. So I feel like...
Yeah, 2 people doesn't. It doesn't need to be more.
When you get bored, how many times we played Towerfall and
you throw in a third person
killed us all the fucking
and it just dicks
time.
it. Yeah, it does ruin it. And Overcooked, it gets too chaotic.
Because there's too many people, you're trying to figure out
2
who's
people's a
doing
good
what.
balance. Yeah, I don't need the 4-player. I rarely ever did that when I was younger.
I didn't have that many friends. I mean, I had siblings, yeah, but we were such age differences and didn't want to play the same game.
I'd go to like buddy's house and there'd be other guys there too, and like the 4 of us would just play.
Yeah, but you guys, the 2 would play at one time or take turns or something like that, or, you know.
Yeah, no, but I was just saying it was like few and far between when that happened. Like, we did a few times, but there was another James Bond game called Agent Under Fire that was like a little bit older on the PS2, and that one didn't have bots. Because Nightfire, one of the reasons we played that so much is because you could play it couch co-op and there'd be bots.
Oh, so okay.
So you could have like bots on your team, he could have bots on his team, and then you could
make
go
it more
against each other.
complicated.
Or you could go against the bots and make them like super difficult.
We've done that before with other games.
Agent Under Fire wasn't like that. It was pretty much you had to have other people there if there was no bots. So you were either you had to have teams and go against each other.
How does that make you feel too with, you know, the opportunity to add bots? To make it maybe 4-player.
I like stuff like that. That doesn't bother me. Like
do you
adding
feel
bots to
do you
teams.
feel like those because it's bots and it's not another person, so like the bot kills you or you fuck something up, you're not getting mad because it's a robot?
Yeah, I mean, probably not. I mean, I think it's a different reaction when, like, if you're going against somebody who's sitting right next to you, or that's like your best friend or your wife. Like, it's like you get killed. You're like, well, fuck you. Like when you're going against. I mean, that's a natural reaction. When there's nobody to look at because it's just artificial intelligence, then it's kind of like, yeah, whatever, move on. I'll kill that motherfucker later. Like,
got that bitch's number.
Yeah,
he's number 5. You know,
number 5. Yeah, Nightfire was good for that though. You could set up bots and you could like
we've done that
you
too.
could go
We've
against
done that. Red
Job.
Faction.
Yeah, Red Faction. That one.
We played that one. We have
a good
bots. Bots always fuck me up.
That was one where it was like Red Faction was made by Volition on early like PS2 days.
Yeah.
The first one was Purple Disc.
And like how you remember that.
Yeah. All sorts of weird information.
You're just weird.
But Red Faction and Red Faction 2, it had that functionality built into it. Like you could do the couch co-op and there was bots and stuff, and it was like the graphics were jank as fuck, but it was early PS2.
Yeah, it's so fucking jank as fuck.
And then
it cracks me up.
THQ, when they were still around, they either bought or absorbed Volition, and then they had Red Faction Guerrilla, and then I think Red Faction Isolation or something like that, or Annihilation, somewhere like that. There was a sequel to it, but anyways, those two just had online components. They cut the couch co-op out of it completely, even though the first two did.
With Far Cry, what Far Cry did we play together that was couch co-op, and then they didn't have it after that?
Far Cry 3, there was like couch co-op missions on it. And then even when they did the Far Cry 3 Classic, the remaster,
they took it off.
They took it off. They cut it all out, which is weird.
Now we don't want that game because we can't play together.
Yeah, it's just bizarre.
Do you feel like, obviously now, just us being married, like you look into games, obviously you're still going to get games that you want to play, don't get me wrong, but games more so that have couch co-op so I can play it with you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I wanted to get the other Call of Duty. Like, I was curious about the story, but it was like, the reason I wanted to get it is it was like, okay, different
zombies,
different maps, stuff like that.
Cat's an idiot.
That's cool for you. And the other two cats are at the back of the couch like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're like, you're stupid. I'm pretty good at zombies. I can get pretty good at games if I play it consistently. Obviously, But like, well, that's with anybody. Which the more you practice, the better you get. I'm still frustrated with the other one on Infinite because I feel like I got the control of the controller and how to play it, but then it's like, how do I fucking activate this? I don't know how to activate the cards.
Oh yeah.
But when the other one is just like,
I can show you how to, I just figured that out myself. I can show you how to do that next time.
I'm just saying, it's just like you go and whee, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, World War II is like, it's very intuitive.
It is. It's just kind of natural flowing too. Like the map's really done well because it's like you go these ways. Yeah, there are doors. Yes, you have to open them, but it's like, oh, okay, if I open up these doors, it opens up this loop. Then if I get screwed, I can just loop the loop, and you're good to go. But then I gotta open up all this to get this and weed it.
It just makes more sense like all around.
It does.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
And then Infinite Warfare, I actually like the story better.
You do, yeah.
I do the World War II one.
Yeah.
The World War II one just reminds me of when I played, like, it feels like the first two Medal of Honors put together, story-wise. I was like, oh, I played this, like, 25 years ago. Like, almost verbatim. Like, they just combined the first two stories of Medal of Honor and Medal of Honor Underground. It was, like, on the PS1. I was like, oh, that's weird.
You're old.
Sometimes. But Infinite Warfare, which apparently bombed, at least from what little information I read about it. I really like the story because it's like hard science fiction, like other worlds and stuff, and the animations are crazy in it.
Yeah, they're insane.
But then for zombies, it's flipped.
Yeah, we like the zombies better on the other game, and they hate the zombies on the other game because I feel like those zombies are pretty fucking janky too.
They are a little janky. I've noticed the graphics are really rough, and they're like a year apart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the zombies are super fucking janky.
It's like 2016, 2017 or something like that, or 2017 and 2018.
And the other zombies, when you kill them, they explode just so gloriously.
Oh, yeah, and you can hear it. You can feel it in the controller, too.
Oh, yeah. Headshot.
Yeah, you can feel when you get a headshot
fucking
in the controller.
Fat zombies. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, and then you can hear the flies on the headset.
Yes, and then you're like, oh, we're screwed. I think we're tangenting things now.
For a little bit, yeah. I think that's about it, though, for episode 10 of Rage Quit.
Yeah, we just wanted to have one of our own shows.
Yeah, just a little more freeform.
Something we want to talk about because we've been playing couch co-op so much lately.
Yeah.
And I've been more involved in his streaming and stuff, and, you know.
Yeah, well, and I'll set up on Twitter for like another Rage Quit discussion. I haven't done that in a little bit.
No.
And I feel like the episodes are a little bit more like polished and
getting there. This was just a fun one.
Yeah, no, and I really enjoyed this one. I think this is good.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna dive into some like heavier topics. Decided to shelve that for now, just because.
It's on the shelf. It has a pin in it. We'll pin it later.
I thought conflicting information like news articles and stuff about. I
gotta sort through my feelings.
Yeah, that we were gonna discuss. So. I personally had like a vision for where that episode was going to go, or
but now that you have more information, it's trying to.
Now I'm kind of like, and I don't know if right now that would be such a good episode. I think it would pretty much just be kind of lost in the dark, anyways, because so many people are talking about the same kinds of things. Specifically this topic that I'm kind of loosely referencing. I think it would just get lost in the shuffle, anyways.
It's a good one, anyways.
But we'll probably talk about more nostalgic games and older games, co-streaming, playing couch co-op.
Ooh, that'd be another good question.
Co-streaming would probably be a good one to cover.
It would be.
I've had newer streamers, even though I'm fairly new myself, but like ones that are like pre-affiliate trying to get there.
Yeah.
Ask questions. We can also do one discussing our process in making a podcast.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Because I've had a lot of people hit me up on Twitter at Anthony R. Schultz in my private messages, either referring other people to me or just asking about how we do our podcast and how we conduct it. So we could just do kind of a breakaway and just talk about our process.
One time breakaway.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
The equipment or how to start one or bare minimum basics and
True.
What we know where we are right now. I think that'd be a good one.
That would be a good one. All right, well, I'm Ariel Schultz.
I'm Anthony Schultz.
As always, follow the bear.
Stay frosty.